Hello everyone, and welcome to another horror movie review time-lapse with me, Angela of Morbid Heart Designs. Last week we talked about the deadly sin of envy, and this week's movie is one that I actually had really thought about for that sin, but there's also like a level of pride in it, and so I was really torn about whether to use it or not, but I absolutely love this movie, so I figured why the hell not make a sexy demon portrait and celebrate this amazing movie and talk about it, as I've watched it a few times at this point in my life. And that movie is called Starry Eyed. Starry Eyed is a drama fantasy horror from 2014. It's directed by Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Wildmer, who are also the writers. It stars Alex Asso, Amanda Fuller, Noah Segan, Fabian Therese, Shane Kofi, and we'll leave it at Natalie Costello. There's a few other cast members, but I feel like these are some of the more important characters that you see throughout the movie. Now to the premise. This movie focuses on a young starlet by the name of Sarah who lives in Hollywood and wants to become a Hollywood star. However, her life is definitely far from what she wants it to be, and this movie focuses on her journey to becoming that star and the process and what she has to go through to achieve it. This movie is definitely a slower paced film, as a lot of the situations do really rely on the atmosphere that is created with the cinematography, the acting, the music, the dialogue, and I feel like they really were successful in making you uncomfortable and completely, what the fuck am I even watching on my TV screen? Like I said before, I have seen this a few times and I really do enjoy it every time I watch it. It's not one to watch every month, but one every few years. This movie is very different from a psychological perspective of what we see in the behind the scenes for a actress or even sometimes an actor to achieve their goals and what they're forced into doing, even though they don't want to make their career or get a chance to have a career. It's a very telling story about the reality of Hollywood, especially with the Me Too movement coming out and the more openness about what has gone on behind the scenes of Hollywood. This movie's definitely not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of uncomfortable scenes. I don't want to go into more details because I do want to leave some level of mystery about the movie, but let's just say there's a lot of uncomfortableness and eventually some death and blood, which was really actually a crazy fun scene to watch it play out. I didn't know where this movie was going to go going into it the first time, and I really enjoyed it because of that. I found the main character, Sarah, to be very interesting. The other characters in this movie are super basic, not well developed, but it doesn't hurt the story since Sarah's the main focus and these other characters are just kind of there at certain points to point out her errors or direct her in what they think is a better way for her life than what she does. The humor's really well balanced. The storytelling is very concise, which actually adds to the personality and character development of Sarah. And I liked that that was a very stylized decision. I don't know if stylized is the right word. Deliberate decision. Had to have been a deliberate decision, and I think that it pushed this movie in a very unique and awesome direction for that. The music was also really well done in how it played off of the emotions and the situations that Sarah finds herself in. Alex Asso did such a good job in her portrayal of Sarah that she was actually nominated for about 8 different Best Actress awards in 2015 internationally. The makeup effects even got a few nominations, and those were super impressive. It looks like it's done by Hugo Hugo Villasenor and SOTA FX. The makeup effects is something that does play in later on in the story. I don't want to go into too many details because I don't want to ruin it, but oh my god, they did such a good job. Watch this movie. Let me know below what you think about the effects. Since it's a slower paced movie, it does take a while for those to start really coming into play, but it is glorious when they do. With all that being said, let's get into my rating. I do rate this 4 out of 5 Zombievers. The only reason I don't give it a 5 is a little bit of the slower pacing, but I'm also torn that maybe it should get a 5 because it was brilliantly done at the same time with evolution of the story, the character, the situation. Because Sarah's not in the awkward situation when we meet her, she ends up getting into the awkward situation. I definitely recommend this movie. There you have my thoughts on Starry Eyed, the almost movie for my Envy Sin review. I hope you've enjoyed the review. I hope you've enjoyed the time lapse of this. I normally don't do demons, but I've been having so much fun with the 7 Deadly Sins, and I've been wanting to do more creature kind of designs that I'm just embracing it and going with it, and it is what it is. I'm not gonna argue, not gonna complain. I'm excited. Hopefully you'll be able to see more demons here on YouTube. If not, they'll probably be on Twitch or TikTok or Instagram or my website. I don't know. There's so many things to do, so many things to create, and not enough time to do it all. Thank you so much for watching the video to this point. Thank you to my patrons, as always. You are amazing. And since this video seems to be a little bit longer than I thought, I'm gonna end it here. From my dark heart to yours, have a wonderful day, and please don't die before my next video.